Good day! Welcome ulit sa panibago na naman nating review session. Ngayon naman ay pag-uusapan natin ang psychological assessment, pero nakafocus tayo sa ethical standards. Number 1. Which of the following is false about ethical standards? Is it A? Members of professional organizations can be expelled from the organization for violating ethical standards. B. Ethical standards are laws passed by governmental agencies. C. Ethical standards are statements by professionals regarding appropriate behavior. Or D. No one can be tried or sued in a court of law for violating an ethical standards. Number 2. Misuse of psychological tests by those administering and using the test is not a problem in today's society. B. Sometimes problem but rarely with serious consequences. C. A chronic and disturbing problem that can result to serious harm. Or D. Of most concern to researchers who are likely to be affected. Number 3. Test takers have the right to A. Keep the test. B. Understand what the test is measuring. C. Review the test before administration. Or D. Privacy. Number 4. A group of teachers in a high school decided it would be helpful to administer intelligence tests to first-year students to be used for placing them in appropriate classes. They also decided it would be best not to tell the students what they were being tested for and not to tell them the scores. This is a violation of students' rights to A. Informed consent. B. Privacy. C. Assemble. Or D. Know their IQs. Number 4. Belinda conducted a research project which she interviewed workers about their work, standards, and integrity on the job. She assured her participants that all personal information they disclose would be kept private and would not be disclosed without their permission. Which was she guaranteeing her participants? Is it A. Anonymity, B. Reliability, C. Confidentiality, or D. Obscurity? Number 6. A supervisor is concerned about helping his workers and meeting their needs. Therefore, he sent a request to the Human Resource Department asking for the score on pre-employment test that his workers had taken. The Human Resource Department did not release him the scores because the test takers have been assured of their A. Right of informed consent, B. Protection from invasion of privacy, C. Protection from stigma, or D. Right to confidentiality. Number 6. Coding test materials in such a way that participants can be identified without their knowledge or consent would be a violation of test users' promise of A. Anonymity, B. Protection from the invasion of privacy, C. Protection from stigma, or D. Right to confidentiality. Number 8. Ethical standards are written for A. Test publishers and users, B. Members of professional organization, C. Test takers with disabilities, or D. Everyone involved in the testing process. Number 9. Publishers should ensure that every psychological test has A. Adequate marketing, B. An unlimited number of test users, C. A complete test manual, or D. A record of satisfied test user. Number 10. When test questions are published or given to persons other than the test takers, there may be a problem with A. Scoring, B. Security, C. Validity, and D. Reliability. Number 11. Mental or learning disabilities and traumatic brain injuries are examples of A. Cognitive impairment, B. Motor impairment, C. Sensory impairment, or D. Personality impairment. And last number, a structured interview might need to be substituted for paper and pencil for individuals with what type of impairment? A. Visual, B. Motor, C. Hearing, and D. Cognitive. And now, we go to answers and explanation. So sa number 1, which of the following is false about ethical standards is that the correct answer is letter B. Ethical standards are laws passed by governmental agency. Tandaan natin na hindi ang gobyerno ang gumagawa ng rules ng mga groups or ng mga professional organization, kundi yung mga members din nila. So it's a false statement. Number 2, misuse is a chronic and disturbing problem that can result to serious harm. Alam natin na matagal ng problema itong paggamit ng test at yung pag-administer ng test. Kaya nga meron tayong ganitong board exam para mabawasan yung mga violation kung hindi man totally matanggal. Number 3, the test takers have the right to, pwede nating mapansin na meron tayong dalawang tamang sagot. Pwedeng tamang sagot yung understand what the test is measuring because it is important na alam ng kliyente kung para saan yung test. But in selecting correct answers, pipiliin natin yung priority natin kung ano yung mas mahalaga. And in this case, the correct answer would be privacy. Mas importante yung privacy kaysa sa malaman ng test takers natin kung para saan yung test. Number 4, this is a violation of students' rights to informed consent. So tandaan natin, lahat ng test kailangan ng informed consent. Except kung ito ay bahagi na ng proseso katulad ng entrance exam. Kaya lang in this case, hindi naman ito bahagi ng entrance exam kundi naisip lang ng mga faculty members na magbigay sila ng test. At wala silang balak na sabihin kung para saan ito at wala din silang balak na sabihin ang mga scores ng mga participants. Tandaan natin, hindi yung test administrators ang may-ari ng test scores. Sino ang may-ari ng test scores? Yung nag-take ng test. Okay? Number 5. Which was she guaranteeing her participants? And the answer is confidentiality. Okay? So, tandaan niyo yung term na sinasabi niya. She assured her participants that all personal information they disclose will be kept private. So, yung confidentiality in-assure niya. Okay? Number 6. The correct answer here is letter B. Again, pwede rin sagot yung right to confidentiality. Pero mas priority natin sagot yung letter B. Protection from the invasion of privacy. Dahil sa yung HR ay wala siyang karapatan dun sa test scores. Again, sino uli ang may-ari ng test scores? Yung mga nag-take ng test. Tayo, mga psychometricians or psychologists or guidance counselors, tayo ay nag-administer lang ng test and custodial lang yung role natin pagdating sa test scores. Okay? Number 7, yan. So pagka kinode yung materials, that would mean anonymity. Na yung pagiging anonymous ng mga nag-take ng test. No, katulad din sa bar exam, hindi nila nilalagay yung pangalan kundi number lamang, no, para hindi magkaroon ng bias doon sa nag-check ng test. So that is anonymity. And number 8, ang ethical standards ay written for, para kanino ang ethical standards? The answer is letter B, para sa mga miyembro ng professional organization. Okay, and number 9, publishers should ensure na ang mga psychological test ay merong letter C, complete test manual. Hindi problema ng publisher yung marketing, no? Hindi rin niya magiging problema lang niya ito pag hindi na bibenta yung test, no? Pero hindi yung utmost concern niya. Ganun din yung unlimited number of test user or record of satisfied test user. Pero mahalaga yon para sa marketing, yung record of satisfied test user. Pero ang pinaka dapat i-ensure ng publisher dito na kompleto yung test manual. And number 10, kapag ka ang test ay napunta doon sa hindi may-ari, may problema tayo. Saan? Sa security. Okay? And number 11, ito, bonus question to. Kaya ang tamang sagot dito ay cognitive impairment. Okay? And sa number 12, dito marami nagkakamali. No? Dahil sa ang sabi dito, a structured interview. Yung interview ay ipapalit sa paper and pencil. So yung paper and pencil, mapapalitan ng interview. Okay? So para kanino kayang impairment? So yung sagot natin dyan ay letter A, visual. Oo, tamang narinig nyo. Visual nga. Okay? Kasi nga, i-interview na lang sila instead of using the paper and pen. Okay? So I hope kahit na bahagya ay nadagdagan na naman ang inyong kaalaman at huwag kayong mag-alala dahil sa meron tayong lecture tungkol sa ethics and psychological assessment. So pwede nyo rin yung panoorin para malaman ninyo yung mga rationale sa mga tamang sagot dito sa mga question na nakalagay dito sa episode natin na ito. So I hope you're well at kung hindi ka pa nakakapag-subscribe, mag-subscribe na. At para ma-remind ka sa mga panibagong videos natin, i-click mo lang yung notification bell para sa mga bagong video may inform ka. And I hope na lahat tayo ay magiging maayos ang kalagayan and I hope to see you soon again. Good day.